I love how you like say hello to everybody like that. It's like we're going on an adventure.
It is an adventure. It's a short adventure. This is like the what is it? The Jungle Cruise at Disneyland.
Yes.
It's a little long. It's a little longer than that. So this is Cristela Alonso. If you don't know her from the other times she's been on the show or the other places that you know her from, now you know who she is.
I'm Cristela Alonso. You might know me from that thing or that other thing. Not that thing.
Or the thing that you're about to see.
Right now.
Right?
Happy hour.
Happy half hour.
Happy half
and
hour.
And also, Sábado Gigante, are you allowed to?
No.
You can't talk about that? No. Okay. That's a thing. So Uma, I wanted to say thank you to Uma because last night, Lady Jerry and I watched, and we were talking about this, Palmer.
Yes.
On Apple Plus TV, Palmer with
Justin
Timberpants. And it was very good. Thank you, Uma. We really enjoyed it. And I loved the theme song at the end. And I can't remember the guy's name, but I was listening to his music.
Timberlake?
This morning. No, they got this, another guy who did the theme song to Palmer, the credits, the ending credits. I'm looking it up.
Oh.
I'm Googling. It is Nathaniel Rateliff. And the song is called Redemption. And it's a great song. And Nathaniel Rateliff, if you have a music subscription, I highly recommend Nathaniel Rateliff. And I highly recommend the movie Palmer. And I'm trying to get Lady Jerry on board for the other one, The Banker. Have you seen The Banker on Apple TV+?
No, which one's The Banker?
It's got Samuel L. Jackson in it, and it's about two black businessmen who hire a white guy to be their front man for their business, and they pretend that they're a janitor and custodian.
I love that idea.
Yeah. So we chose Palmer last night, but maybe tomorrow, or maybe tonight. Tonight is yesterday's tomorrow.
Yeah. Jake's show is actually my show. He does it. He fronts my show, and I just pretend to be a special guest every now and then.
Uma says they're having ice storms in Austin. Last night their power went out. Wow.
Oh my! Really? In Austin?
Yeah.
Wow, that is legit. You guys had hail? Did you guys have hail? Uma?
David watched Palmer also. Yeah, so there's a lot of good things going on here, Uma. Thank you for being a part of it. Thank you for your recommendation. If anybody else has got something, son of a bitch, get me a drink. That's Nathaniel Rateliff's famous song.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so now we know. And Uma is saying The Banker is phenomenal as well. So
Uma,
that's going to happen for us
you've got
this
the
weekend.
pulse. You're on the pulse of everything hot.
No, this is why we got to go to Austin. They closed, as you may know,
Yes.
Cap City, but Uma and Keys both live in Austin.
They're going to open a new club.
Is it going to be the Joe Rogan COVID Central Comedy Club?
Oh my God! Well, that's the name they're working on.
That's the working title.
No. Someone else is thinking about opening a club there. Yeah.
Yeah, I read since our last appearance. Now it's maybe a little bit naughty to talk about comedians, and I was just surprised that I continue to be surprised that comedians are still doing comedy shows in places at comedy clubs where musicians are not. As far as I know, there's not a singer-songwriter club that's open, but you can still go do comedy. Even it's still one guy, right? But but they're not doing that.
But I think the thing is that with comedy clubs, the clubs see us as a way to sell beer and food.
That's how I see myself.
That's what I have on my IMDb page. But it's that thing where I think that with someone like a John Mayer, you go see John Mayer. You don't go because, you go see them for a reason. It's this is what I think. I'm sorry if you guys are musicians out there. I love you all. I love you. But it's always this double standard that you can go see Boston and you want to hear More Than a Feeling. Sure, like that song's decades old, but if you go to a stand-up show and you hear a joke that you probably heard before, you're just like, heard it.
You're mad.
Different, like double standard.
It's total
double standard.
And not just a double standard. It's bullshit.
Yeah, doble standard.
I don't speak Spanish.
I know. He doesn't.
Uma says they're reopening Cap City in the Domain, which is a stone's throw from where they live.
Oh,
Oh, that's interesting. Well, that's exciting. So maybe I will get to go back to Austin.
Looks like you will.
And Jeff is tweeting the Build a Little Birdhouse in Your Soul, which is the song from my This Will Take About an Hour special that they used, which probably means that I can't ever air that special anywhere else because They Might Be Giants only gave me the rights to have it on HBO for that short period of time. Sadly.
You know, I was trying to get, I did a show at the DNC in 2016.
Democratic National Convention.
Yes, yes. Sorry. Me and the DNC were like this. And Los Lobos was performing.
The Lobos.
The Lobos. You said you couldn't speak Spanish.
Yeah.
They have this they have the song that I wanted to use in my special at the beginning, and they said that I could use it, and then I tried to follow up, and their people wouldn't let me use it.
See, that's the problem. Everybody's got a lawyer.
Yes.
And lawyers are problematic. So Kathy's asking, when are you coming back to Dallas? I don't know if she's talking to me or
Probably you.
When am I coming back to Dallas?
When are you coming back to Dallas?
You don't know?
No.
I was hoping you knew.
You know what's funny? I'm sorry.
I'm coming back to Dallas as soon as I can, and I don't know when that is, because I don't think the Dallas Improv, I think, is All Out of Love. Is that a song? All Out of Love.
Air Supply.
Yeah.
I'm all out of love. I'm so lost without you.
Keep going. I wish I could sing. Do you know that? Do you know this song that there's? Fanula loves it. She's always putting it on when we're on our way to basketball. There's a story at the bottom of this bottle, and I'm the pen.
No, I don't know it.
Story at the bottom of this bottle. of the pen. I can never.
Now I want to hear that song.
I'm a little bit tone deaf, but it's a great song. Anyway, I wish I could sing. You can sing.
By the way, Jake and I have been friends for how long now?
Are you asking me or the inner?
You, but I'm addressing the audience because I'm going to.
We've been friends. Well, according to you, we met a long time ago when you were working on staff at the Dallas Improv.
Yes, yes.
And I, of course...
don't remember me because you didn't think that you would ever see me
during
again.
those early years, I was very, I was busy.
Too good for me.
No.
Too good for me.
No,
Too
not
good
good
for me.
enough. Not good enough.
Too good for me.
And but I would say our recent our recent
Rendezvous.
friendship has been going on for COVID's been going on almost a year.
Yeah.
And so I'd say we've got at least a year prior to that.
Yeah, about those
Ish.
years, 2
Yeah.
years. But my job, so when you ask when are you coming back to Dallas, I instantly start thinking that back in the day, I was the one that would set up Jake's week at the club. So I would get him his hotel room. I would set up anything. I would answer the phone calls for people that were buying tickets to him. And then I'd see his show. And this is before I started doing stand-up. And when you say, when are you coming back to Dallas, the first thing I think of is literally, I want to plan stuff for you to go to the club.
I would like to plan stuff for you to go to the club too. Some of my favorite experiences were having the breakfast, which was included in the hotel room that you booked for me.
Oh yes, it's a great little restaurant.
When you say you booked the hotel, it was it was the hotel where everyone who works at the club stays, unless they're super famous, in which case they stay at a more nicer hotel. But the reason they liked the hotel that I was at, which was the Marriott, which is right behind the club, is that they didn't have to pay for a car back and forth to the club, which is also I like to be able to walk over and walk back, but if
you asked for a different hotel, I would have gotten you one.
On the down low, or
no?
Yeah. Okay.
There, see, you know what? A friend of mine, and I'm gonna name drop here. A friend of mine named Whoopi Goldberg told me once.
Whoopi Goldberg.
Maybe you've heard of her. Maybe you've heard of her. She once told me, "You don't get shit until you ask for it." Remember that.
Who would ask for shit?
Oh, in this culture, in this time we're living in?
Oh, there's so many people.
Many.
A lot of people like could you please poop on me?
Kathy says, cool, were you in Addison?
I was in Addison. That's where the Dallas Improv is actually in Addison.
Yes.
So, there was another one. There was another one in Dallas that was in a different
The Dallas
place.
Improv.
No. Before the Addison Club, there was an improv
in Dallas. That was actually the Dallas Improv. And then when that one closed, they moved to Addison and kept the name the Dallas Improv.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you see why I was confused?
We've
been to lunch and we've had a couple of drinks, so the happy hour is already underway. And I'm a little disoriented.
More like a couple happy hours.
What does that even mean? So what big plans do you have for the weekend?
What am I doing this weekend? Oh, I have to rewrite a script. I have to rewrite a Christmas movie that I'm writing right now. And it's due on Monday because we're shooting the Christmas movie in March next month.
That's when you want to shoot your Christmas movie, so it's ready for Christmas time. If you shoot the Christmas movie at Christmas, then it's going to be a year till the next.
It's weird. It's weird, because we're going into spring, so you hope that there's still snow. Or like the illusion.
Well, so would this be out
winter.
for Christmas 2021?
Yes, 2021, 2021.
Okay.
Jake's that guy that wants to always say all the Spanish he knows to me.
We just went over this.
I know.
Before the show. So I was just showing off that I could remember it this long. Tomorrow, if you ask me how to say 2021, forget it. I'm not going to be.
I'm so texting you and asking you.
Yeah, no gracias.
No gracias. My friend Steve, he says he likes to speak Spanish like that. And his favorite thing to say is whatever. So he says, que siempre. So he's like, que siempre, literal. I love it. It makes me laugh all the time.
Scott says they stayed in a dive in Northeast Portland on a Zydeco tour that he loved right across the street from Voodoo Donut.
Voodoo Donut is
Have you been to Voodoo Donut?
Yes. Yes. It's a
it-
little overwhelming.
Is it donuts?
Yes, with voodoo on it. I love it, but I'm also diabetic, so I can't eat a lot of it. So it's overwhelming. I'm what you call a basic eater. You know what I mean? I'm not frilly with my food. Are you basic or are you like frilly?
I'm not a foodie. I don't think I'm a foodie. I like
I don't
delicious
say I'm a foodie.
food, but I'm a basic delicious food person. I'm not looking for the. Anybody can find a great bottle of wine that's $50. I'm looking for the great bottle of wine that's $12.
Well,
or the I don't need the deluxe donut. I need the delicious. But can you even have donuts?
that's what I'm saying is that I'm diabetic, so I can't. I can have like maybe half of one. So I have to pick. It's kind of like Indiana Jones in The Last Crusade when he's trying to find like the cup that Jesus drank out of, and you're just like so many choices. I only have one. That's me at Voodoo Donut, where I'm like, well, I could have the cornflake one, but I don't know.
Even a whole donut is like 500 or 700 calories. There's a lot of.
That's why I said half a donut.
Yeah, I can't eat a whole. I'm not diabetic, but I can't. I don't have a raging metabolism. I can't eat. Belinda has had a stepmother who was diabetic.
Yeah.
I mean, she still is alive, but her father's passed away. And she was diabetic, and she's old school diabetic. So what she would do is, instead of testing her blood and then administering insulin when it was appropriate for her blood sugar, she would jack herself with insulin and then eat sugar until she felt okay.
Oh, that is very old school and dangerous, kids.
Yeah.
No, yes.
Very dangerous.
But Voodoo Donut is dope. I love Voodoo Donut.
There's a Voodoo Donut in Austin. Did you know that?
Yes.
Uma's filling us in. She's really got a lot of good information.
Uma, I was born and raised in Texas. I love me some Texas. So, yes, even though I haven't lived in Texas in years, my family still lives there, and I know what's the haps in Texas. What's the haps?
Don't try and fool you with some fake donut trivia.
Yo,
you're not
what are
falling
you
for
gonna
it.
do? Yeah,
No?
What? I mean, come on now. Come on. Not on my watch.
So we were talking about our camping things, and I'm still not revealing the brand of the camper that I have until the deal is done.
I should mention it because you mentioned my project earlier.
No, I didn't. I didn't mention that.
Yes, you did.
Don't say that I mentioned it. We glossed past it, and now people can rewind and see again. But what was I going to say? I was going to say you've got some camping fun trips planned for later this year, pre stand-up tour. So when do you think we're going to be able to go out and do our stand-up tour as comedians who are kind of playing it safe for ourselves and our fans? When do you think we're going to be out on the road doing a show? Fall.
Yes.
And fall, by fall do you mean September or October, November?
September.
Nice.
How does that make you feel?
Maybe we'll do a Labor Day show in Texas.
Jakefest?
Well, I don't know where Jakefest is going to be, but maybe. I've already invited you to Jakefest.
I love that I mentioned Jakefest. This guy changes modes so quickly. Well, it's Jakefest. Like, I don't know. We haven't talked about Jakefest yet.
Well, I got to figure it out. So I can't say anything for sure about Jakefest because it's not.
Yes.
It's still in the.
Yes.
It's still in the inspiration brainstorming stages. So you're in on the ground floor of Jakefest. Just trust me on that.
I'm at the ground floor where we're discussing what's the name of the Kickstarter.
Oh, we have to have a Kickstarter. We should have a Kickstarter.
Yes.
Do you have a Patreon?
No, I don't.
Do you ever think? Are you on Cameo?
No. Oh God, no.
I'm not on Cameo either, but I have someone suggested a Cameo in the group chat for this show. So I'm not doing Cameo. I'm not opposed to making videos for money for other people, but I feel like Cameo is such a cheesy platform.
There's something about it. I've gotten a couple messages online from the Cameo people asking,
Yes.
and it's just that thing where every now and then I'll go and I'll see who's on it, but you're right, and that's actually, it is the cheesy element that when I get to the website, I'm just like,
Well, I go on there and I think, I would do, like, for example, the people who watch the show might like me to do a special birthday greeting, and it would help me out. Jen's voting for Jakefest in Texas, so she's on board. David says Jakefest is a big deal, needs a lot of planning.
Jakefest,
People know.
It's like the festival in Wayne's World too.
So, but the thing about Cameo, when I go on, first of all, they take a pretty sizable percentage. I think they take.
Do they?
I think they take 30 or more percent of what the fee that you charge. And then a friend was saying, well, they provide the platform. It's like, no, they want me to drive people to Cameo to buy me. And then once they get to Cameo, then they realize, I could get Ralph Macchio.
Yes, exactly.
For the same price. And
Exactly.
so I would get Ralph Macchio to wish me a happy birthday for the same price as me,
You know
if I could.
What's funny though is that I also see people that I know on Cameo, and I'm like, you think kind of highly of yourself, like for the fee, the fee that they charge.
Well, you want to charge enough that you're not pissed off when you get an email that says you got to do a happy birthday to Tiffany.
Yeah.
You got to be getting a high enough
But you
payday.
know what it is. You know what it is. Like, you know you're going to say happy birthday to Tiffany. There is no way to not get mad at it. You knew what this was before we started.
No, yeah, exactly. But what I'm saying is, if you charge $5 and you get that email, you got to do a $5 birthday thing for Tiffany, you're going to be like, fucking Tiffany.
Oh, totally.
All right, happy birthday. But if you're getting $100, you're like, sweet, happy birthday, Tiffany.
I also
so
think,
happy.
this is my thought on Cameo too, is that when you see the videos that people do, sometimes their rates are like $300. I'm sorry, for $300, if you're wishing Jake a happy birthday, I can't have you shooting that video inside your car. Pretend like you care. Like, I'm paying them $300 to wish you a happy birthday, and it almost looks like they're outside of the grocery
They're not wishing
store.
me a happy birthday. Do you know how Cameo works? I wish you a happy birthday. You don't wish me a happy birthday.
No, I'm saying that I would get it for you from someone else that's charging
Tony
$300.
Danza. Rich is suggesting Tony Danza. You could get Tony Danzy. Tony Danza. Could you say happy birthday to Jake and also something about he's the boss?
Yeah, well, totally.
You got to.
Yeah, of
Even
course.
though Tony Danza has many hits.
Yeah,
right?
I know,
Not just
but
who's the boss.
With Tony Danza, I always say Samantha, Jonathan. Who's the boss? Yes.
Brother's girlfriend dated the Hoff. Jen saying.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jen. Wow. Welcome to the coven.
David Hasselhoff.
Yes, but we all know it's the Hoff. We don't have to say it.
So great.
Can you imagine being so famous that you can get a nickname and people know who you are? Like, just basically.
Yeah, I know. I'm a little nervous when we launch Jakefest that people are going to show up thinking it's Jake Gyllenhaal or something. Like, what the fuck? Who's this guy? Sorry,
I'm sorry. It's Jake. I didn't specify what Jake, but.
So.
See. Yes.
So no Patreon.
No Patreon.
No Cameo. I think I need to get a Patreon. Maybe I don't need Cameo, but I need something like Cameo. I feel like that's my dream, is if I could make a living. If this paid more than zero, that would be great. But I'm not asking anybody here to give me money. But it is. What is the dream job? What's the dream showbiz job? Do you think?
Oof. Varies from person to person, man. I mean, look. I I want to do something in my career where I can always go to Target and not be hassled. That's my goal.
Target famous?
I don't want to be.
You want to be Target famous?
No, I don't want to be.
No, you don't want to be famous.
I don't want to be Target famous.
Well, the thing is, you could become Louis Vuitton famous and then still go to Target and nobody knows who you are.
Yeah, no.
You don't want that. You don't want that, do you?
No, like, you know, when I had my sitcom, I would go to Target and I would get recognized at Target shopping in the clothes section, and they would say, like, you're shopping in Target? And I'm like, damn right, it's good stuff. Like, you know what I mean? There was one time where I got recognized at the dollar store. And they were just like, Cristela, why are you at the dollar store? They're like, why are you at the dollar store? And I legit said, like, that is why you, like, they're like, I thought you had money. I'm like, that's how you keep your money. You go to the dollar store.
There used to be a discount appliance place in LA, and I got recognized there. And this happens to go, this is a discount appliance place. It was called Adrays. And the guy recognized me. He goes, Jake Johansson, what are you doing in Adrays? And the answer was, I'm buying a Flowbee. I feel like that was such a, oh, you think you got me beat? I got you beat.
Oh,
little hat.
My laughter knocked off a hat from the wall.
That was an earthquake kind of laugh. So people are saying Jakefest may imply more than one Jake.
Oh, that's actually true.
Jen is saying who would even guess Gyllenhaal? I don't know.
Jakefest does imply more than one Jake, though. That's a solid note.
Pick says that Jake Gyllenhaal is super nice and he probably would love to come to Jakefest. Now, when Jake Gyllenhaal was shooting Jarhead, it was during, he was in New Orleans, I think it was Jarhead, but I was in the same bar with Jake Gyllenhaal one time, and he seemed like a nice guy. People were coming up to him and talking to him. What sitcom? I don't know what that question is about.
I think the show needs more publicity.
You think the show needs more publicity, Uma? Yeah, I do too. Not for more viewers, but for the pure how one artist is giving back to his fan community to help them stay sane during the pandemic value. Well, I am trying to do that. And I think somebody, was a person that I know who was a movie reviewer from the Bay Area, wrote a piece like that early on in the pandemic. But I think this show is for people who give a shit.
Yes.
About watching the show.
Yes.
And so far, I think we may have reached our peak audience.
What if I do an Instagram live right now to see how many people we get?
Why? To hurt my feelings?
No! Oh, no, I won't do that.
Yeah. That would be like, oh, the show that you've been doing every day since the end of March is not getting as many viewers as me just doing an Instagram live. Let me just see if I can beat you in one Instagram live. Yeah, please don't do that.
No, I didn't mean it that. Man, your mean filter.
No, it was
your
great.
Judgy filter.
No, it was like, look, I've been in show business a little longer than you, so I know a lot of more ways about how a person can get their feelings hurt. And I was like, whoa, time out. I'm going to get my feelings hurt.
I didn't mean anything by it.
No, I know you did. I know. You're coming from a place of love, as am I.
Yes, yes.
Well, if we do the Jakefest in Texas, Scott, Matthew McConaughey may come to Jakefest, I think. We'd have to, I don't know how we get the word out to Matthew McConaughey, but I think we just write it in some...
I think I just...
truck stop or...
Yeah.
I mean, Matthew McConaughey, I don't think he's as hard to get a hold of as people think. I think he's a pretty down-to-earth...
He's also Texan, so I think I can send a note at the Texan meeting we go to.
You go to a Texan... Do you have a cowboy hat?
I do.
Yeah?
Yeah, I do.
More than one? Do you want to wear a cowboy hat right now?
I'll wear one.
Do you want... I got two cowboy hats.
Oh, this one.
No, yes. This is my favorite one. I like the pink cowboy hat, and you can wear the other cowboy hat. So this is an example of the kind of hijinks that you might have at Jakefest. People just wearing cowboy hats.
This is a big hat.
Pick is saying my comedy's the answer to Heather Cox Richardson. Belinda's got me subscribing to Heather Cox Richardson.
Who's that?
She writes a political newsletter. And it's analysis, like she's writing now about the whole impeachment trial and everything. Mm-hmm. And this is this is anti that. My whole point is like, look, you need a break.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely.
I wish I could sing the Cheers theme right now. Can you do it?
Yes.
Go.
Making the way in the world today takes everything you got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away?
Yes.
Sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name. Dun, 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 dun. And you're always glad you came.
Now, that is some comfort TV. I feel like you can watch Cheers. You just watch the theme song in the show.
Yes.
I mean, Jeff Tate. Do you know Jeff Tate, comedian?
No.
He came with me on a little tour of the South one year. He's a very funny comic, and he does Doug Benson, and he do a trivia thing on that Twitter thing, Periscope. But Jeff Tate, he is a giant Cheers fan, and he just can watch it over and over. It's his comfort TV. And as soon as he told me that, I was like, oh, I'm going to watch, and it's available on one of these streaming. It's either Netflix or Hulu.
It's a great show. People don't understand, the ending of Cheers, the series finale. I think people forget how powerful a series finale was to people when you knew it was coming, because the series finale to Cheers broke me. It made me so sad because I loved the show so much and I knew it was ending. And the last shot is just Sam Malone just closing up for the night, but you knew like he was closing up the bar like for us. And it just, I remember weeping when I saw it. Like, emotional.
Yeah.
You get it. I feel like you're mocking me.
No. Not mocking you. Ted Danson is a comfort actor.
Man, good old days.
Do you watch The Good Place?
No.
No, me neither.
Well, I guess not that much comfort.
Fanula's seen it. She says it's quite good. Do you like the Woody Harrelson Cheers or the Coach Cheers?
Hard to say because I honestly, I really like Diane. I like Shelley Longdays. Yeah. I think she was written out very awkwardly. I think
she wanted out. She was convinced she was going to go on.
Well, yeah. Then she gave us the gift of Troop Beverly Hills, and An Outrageous Fortune with Bette Midler.
Yep.
So I mean, she did give us gifts.
She had reason to believe that she was on a rocket ship. Never leave your hit TV show. I feel like that's if there's anyone currently in show business who's watching this show, don't leave your hit TV show. Take during the hiatus from your TV show. John Goodman, there's your role model. You just keep doing Roseanne, and then you make movies in the off time, and then you go back to Roseanne. That way, if the movie's a hit, you're a bigger star.
Have you seen the commercial he does now with like Slotomania?
Slotomania?
It's an app where you can just play slots all day, and it's John Goodman in the commercial, and like literally John Goodman, right? So we all know John Goodman. He starts off, he's playing himself, and he's just like basically saying like, "Oh man, my life was boring," and then I discovered Slotomania. I'm like, dude. You're John Goodman. Like,
nobody believes his life was boring.
Nobody.
Yeah.
Nobody.
No, John Goodman, your life is exciting. Like, you don't get a body like that by living a boring life. That guy is enjoying himself.
Oh my God. See, Outrageous Fortune. Heart.
Jen wants to know if we can get Norm Macdonald to open Jakefest. No, I think Norm is going to be closing Normfest.
You really should name a tour Jakefest.
Yeah, I'm down with it. And then my special, the Jakefest special.
The Jakefest special.
The Jakefest farewell tour. Nothing is more surreal than being crazy hungover at an airport Cheers bar, eating corned beef and eggs, and staring at the Norm resin figure. Your brother warned me that the breakfast smelled like dog food. Yeah. Oh, well, I didn't even know there was a Cheers bar at the airport, Scott. But
man, that's intense.
John looks like he lost 300 pounds lately, Scott. It says. I didn't know that. Was it
he looks like he's
John
lost.
Goodman? Maybe his life is boring now.
Well, maybe he spent too much time on Slotomania, available for download on Samsung and Apple phones.
Does it tell you where the nearest Voodoo Donuts is?
Maybe.
I got on Slotmania and I couldn't find the Voodoo Donuts. Well, I have to say, Cristela, we haven't even hit the fart machine, but the fun meter is at the maximum today. So you pegged it.
Yes.
Look at that.
Yes.
That's
it's the
really,
cowboy hat.
Would you like me to take your temperature? Because I know
I would love it.
Yeah, let's see. 98.6. Nailed it.
Didn't even study.
I'm going to... Now it says 99.1. The thermometer's
Wow,
a little...
you know what? I get hot.
jerky.
I am hot.
Yeah, you're on a roll. 98.2.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that.
So, this was fun. I know next week is going to be more fun here at the Daily Briefing.
Oh, yeah? What's next week? Why is it more fun?
I just said that.
That was a tease for me. I'm like,
I love that you believe it. It's going to be exactly the same. Exactly the same.
You guys, if you like me on the show, subscribe, like my comments.
Check out our Instagram Live, because if you want to see something that a lot of people are watching, go to Cristela's Instagram Live. I'm picking out. Do you want to pick out a Seize the Day?
No, you can do one.
Okay.
By the way, so
a lot of these are jiu-jitsu related.
Did you like design this? Did you
No.
glue these?
No. A fan of mine, Rachel Cole, Rachel and Jason Cole are a husband and wife who've been coming to my show for probably now decades, I think. And she sends me these.
Oh.
This is the Seize the Day 4. So there are 3 prior to this, and this one includes little cutouts. This one has got visual aids. The other ones are just handwritten. And then I have Seize the Day 5 here, just waiting for when I need it.
That is awesome!
And then I got another package from Rachel that I'm going to reveal on Monday. There's a little teaser for next week.
If this is Seize the Day 4, do I understand it if I haven't read 1 through 3?
You'll be able to pick up. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I want to be moved.
Would you like Mitch Hedberg or someone else?
Oh, and Mitch Hedberg's always solid.
Yeah, Mitch Hedberg is always solid. So today's Seize the Day is from Mitch Hedberg. I'm sick of following my dreams, man. I'm just going to ask where they're going and hook up with them later.
Isn't it funny how you have to read Mitch like Mitch?
Well, and I didn't know if I was doing it right until I got into it. I was like, oh, I think I got the gist of that one. I'm sick of following my dreams, man. I'm just going to ask where they're going and hook up with them later. Mitch Hedberg, the great Mitch Hedberg. You could do a lot worse than Googling Mitch Hedberg and watching that for the rest of your weekend.
I have his vinyl collection. I love it.
If I could get Mitch Hedberg at Jakefest, that would be impressive on a lot of levels.
You would really get you get the tickets.
We might have to get Miss Wanda from the Psychic Network to help us out to get Mitch Hedberg. But we'll see you guys all on Monday. Next week, better than this week. Don't give up.
Wow.
You know why?
No, why?
There'll be plenty of time to give up later.
Oh, that's so true.
So true. So true. We got nothing but time.